But throughout the day, we are going to be answering lots and lots of your questions. Right, somebody has asked us the question, would we buy a new build again? So this is one here, one of my pages. Would I ever go on Bake Off? Next thing I'm gonna do is frost this cake. While I'm here, actually, I'm gonna touch on something. Somebody sent me a message and was quite upset with me the other day. So I'm transferring it, but I do feel quite nervous.
So,
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to all of you.
Hey everyone.
Welcome to a new vlog and Happy New Year to you all. I hope you're all well and I hope you've had an amazing start to the new year. Thank you for joining me here. First video of the year. It's actually New Year's Eve as I film this. I'm going to do a bit of a day with us, but throughout the day we are going to be answering lots and lots of your questions that have been popping up recently. I've made a big list of them and we're going to go through and answer them all today whilst we are cooking and baking ready for tomorrow. So for the first year ever, we're not actually going out and doing anything. We've always celebrated New Year with either friends or family, but it's the first year we've decided to stay home.
Yep, how many years?
It's going to be our 20th year together.
Wow.
In 2025, so it's a long time that we've celebrated with other people. It feels a little bit strange, but it also feels really nice.
Not going to fall asleep.
I don't want to fall asleep. That's what's worrying me. Yeah, we've always had lovely New Year's Eves. Like I said, we used to always spend it with my sister and like the kids and that. We always celebrated with them. And then as the kids got a bit older, we started just celebrating with friends, didn't we? Yeah. And then last year we were back with my sister again because we'd moved. And we did have invitations to go back to where we used to live to celebrate with friends. And we are actually going to Aid's family tomorrow, which is in the same village. But we really wanted to wake up in our new home and start the new year here. It really meant a lot to us. So we've decided to spend New Year on our own and we do feel really excited about that. But like I said, we're going to Aid's family tomorrow. It's your dad's 80th birthday.
Yep.
And I've offered to do the food as your mum's just had a knee replacement. And the other side, your brother and his wife don't cook, do they?
Well, it's a lot for my mum to do. And it
also, I know that. I didn't want your mum doing it.
So nice of you because you offered, so nice for you to actually do that, I think. So.
I love cooking. Your mum can't stand and cook for everyone. And your brother and his wife don't cook. So, and I love doing it, so it's no problem. So we've just got all the food out. We're going to nip to Lidl quickly to pick up some food. Shall we do one question? Oh, as it's a foodie one, I've just started talking. We've been asked by an American friend, what is bubble and squeak? By the way, the questions throughout the day are going to be a whole mix of food and business, some juicy questions, some personal questions. It's going to be a whole mix of everything. Bubble and squeak is probably one of my most favourite things about Christmas. It is what we traditionally eat on Boxing Day and it's the fried up leftovers. So it's generally, I always think it has to be potato based. So sometimes it's like boiled potatoes that are chopped up, and I do that if I haven't got leftover potatoes. Actually, I did that for my sister's Boxing Day meal. I boiled up the potatoes and then I just fried them off with onions and then threw in all the veg.
Isn't it?
Yeah,
it's whatever you got left over from Christmas Day. So yeah.
I was going to say, so Christmas Day I purposely make extra roast potatoes for the bubble and squeak, and then we put in onions and all the veg. Brussels, it just
parsnips,
all
carrots,
goes in.
Just all goes in, doesn't it?
Yep.
Just throws it in a big pan.
It's just so delicious. And again, traditionally on Boxing Day, you'd eat it with pickles, chutneys, cold meats, and all that kind of thing. It just all gets thrown in. Leave a comment below if you love bubble and squeak too. I just think it's amazing. I actually, I made another batch the other day and I put cheese in it. I did cheesy and onion mash, and then threw in the leftover veg. I purposely cook, I know some people say, oh, we never have leftovers. For this, I purposely make a lot extra. I did 68 potatoes for 7 of us on Christmas Day. And I've actually even frozen some roast potatoes. There was that many left. So that is bubble and squeak. Right, are we gonna head out to Lidl?
Yes, run away.
And by the way, if you are new to my channel, welcome. I'm Lisa, and my content here on my channel is very much home related, cozy vlogs. I love to cook. We've moved into a new build, which we are trying to add a little bit of like character to it. And we love going on holiday as well. So, oh, and we've moved to the country as well, so there's quite a lot of like going to farm shops and things like that. We love a cosy coffee. So lots of cozy, lots of fun stuff, lots of cooking. So I really hope you'll enjoy that, and I hope you will subscribe to our channel and give us a lovely thumbs up. Oh, and let us know, what did you do for New Year? We've done our Lidl shop. Why is it you go with a list of 3 items and we've come out with 3 carrier bagfuls? We've done quite well, haven't we? We've got some piggy bits for tonight and the ingredients that we needed for the rest of the meal for later as well that we're cooking.
So have you got everything?
I think so. I think that's everything. And then a few extras as well. Stollen was down to 99p.
So you bought about 20 of them?
No, you picked up 3 bags. Anyway, the next question I was going to answer, which is a popular question, have we got any trips coming up this year?
Yes, we do.
We're very excited. We've got a really short countdown actually, haven't we?
Yep.
It's my big birthday in March and our wedding anniversary.
So 70.
Thank you. Yes, our wedding anniversary as well. We got married in Orlando.
This is the first time we've been back, actually,
Yeah.
when we got married.
Which is why it feels so special. We haven't been back since we got married, which will be 18 years ago. So it feels really special. And it's an anniversary of 20 years of being together and my 50th birthday. So it feels extra special, doesn't it? Really does. So we're going over in March for lots of celebrations.
We know it's probably it's a busy time of year.
Spring
it's
break.
Just before and during spring break, so we know that. But then there's some other things we can do and enjoy there. So it's just it's going to be a bit more of a, I'm not saying park light trip, but we're just going to take as it comes.
It was a big decision to make because we know it's going to be busy and I don't like busy, but I really wanted to be there to celebrate my birthday. And my sister's joining us as well, so that would be extra special. So I'm really, really excited. And then we're doing a trip later in the year with the kids. We're doing a trip to South Germany, to the Alps, which we're really, really excited about. So, and then later in the year, there's talk of a few different little things going on, but we're not sure yet. Things are up in the air, aren't they?
Yeah, who knows at the moment.
It'd be quite nice to do some spontaneous things.
It would
as
be,
well.
yeah, maybe a nice long weekend away, something.
Yeah, exactly. So there might be other trips as well. But let us know if you've got any trips coming up this year. I'm just going to unpack the shopping. Had to buy chicken because I forgot to take it out of the freezer. And I didn't want to run the risk of it defrosting. Not defrosting in time. We're going to do a little prawn cocktail tonight. We haven't had one of those in ages. We're going to do a prawn cocktail, charcuterie. We need some lunch though, we're so hungry. Right, somebody has asked us the question, would we buy a new build again? So in case you're new to our channel, this is our new build we bought a year ago. There's lots of videos about it. We did have a lot of problems. I think we went into it quite naively thinking everything would be amazing. And it wasn't. There were a lot of problems. This time last year we were dealing with a flood in the garage and drainage problems as well with the boiler and all that.
Yeah, so we had a few things. But on the flip side of it, buying a non-new house, you think what the things you don't know and you discover. Because I think both sides of it, there's probably things there that would take your time. There could be things that you discover in an older house. And there's people that have moved that we've seen recently that have discovered things. I think it's 50-50 really. But answer to the question, yes, I would, but we'd be maybe a bit more prepared. We thought it would be moving to a lovely new house. We'd heard about things like, okay, you might need to have a few things done because the house takes time to settle and there's obviously some cracks and things like that, which is perfectly normal. But nothing major. I would.
I think as well, I would research who we're buying from. There were a couple of people we wouldn't have bought from, companies.
Yes.
And although we have had problems, ours have been amazing. The support has been excellent. We can't complain.
Yeah, can't complain that at all.
They've gone over and beyond.
Yeah, they have. There are things that they didn't even need to do, which they did.
We feel like we've been looked after.
And still even now, because there's some stuff that's still not actually the house but surrounding area needs to be done, and it's been marked and
all out the front still isn't done. That should have been finished in March.
Yeah.
And
actually right outside our house we're talking about here, aren't we? So they've
still
marked
fences
it
and everything up
because they're supposed to have been planting like wildflowers and things like that, but of course they couldn't do that November, December time, so they've made a note that even if it gets handed over that will still get done. So
yeah, I mean, yeah, there's supposed to be like, we've got like a woodland thing, but there's like different things going on and that's all barriered off, so we still can't get out to the woodland out there, can we?
I think yeah, definitely would buy a new build, but yeah, we would maybe, I'm pleased with who we bought from, so 100%. And it's nice because it feels like yours. Every house feels like yours, doesn't it? But I feel moving into a new home, you kind of feel no one else has been in it before.
Yeah.
It feels kind of, it's like that new car feeling.
Yeah, I agree with you. Aid's got jam on toast for lunch, and I've got meat and cheese on sourdough. Right, one more question. Are you having your lunch? It's a nice one. Somebody's asked, what was the hotel name that we stayed in Santa Monica? It was the best hotel we've ever stayed at, do you remember?
Four Sisters, or was it Two Sisters?
Four Sisters, and the actual hotel is called the Channel Inn. It is. If you ever want a boutique hotel in the Santa Monica area, I 100% recommend it. I'll leave the link to it down below. It's just the best. It's like fresh baked goods when you arrive. We had fresh cookies with a handwritten note in our room.
It was all individual as well, wasn't it? For example, every room was different. So did we actually ask for a particular room?
No, we just got...
But
we had a bit of a sea view, didn't we?
But it was just a lovely location as well.
Very personal. And then, yeah, come sort of 5 o'clock, it's wine and cheese time, and everything comes out.
Did they class it as happy hour, or did it have a name?
But remember,
basically,
actually.
there was wine. Beer. Was there beer as well? I can't remember now. But there was soft drinks. That was the other thing as well. When we got there, they said in the middle of the night, if you need a soft drink, there was like a fridge, and it was just go and help yourself. It was so.
And the fresh baked stuff.
It was so nice. We actually, I think, the first four whilst we were there, we didn't eat out, did we?
And everyone kind of just comes together and chats in the evening, don't they? It was really nice.
I remember overhearing that conversation in there, and it was must have been the manager of the Eagles was in there. You know, the rock group from the 70s. Well,
was chatting to somebody.
He was chatting to somebody, and we discovered from what he was talking about, he was the manager of the Eagles. It was just so cool. It was just like one of those places that was just almost a hidden gem, wasn't it? Definitely get back there.
And they've got other hotels as well, the Four Sisters. And each one is so unique as well and very different. So I would love to go back there, because I think, did we have 3 nights there? Something like that?
I think so, yeah.
I would 100% go back. I'm going to start making these cakes now. Or cake. It's one cake I'm making. Sorry, I've got the dishwasher and washing machine on. So we are going to make Dolly's chocolate cake, but I'm going to just add some orange to it as well. We're going to turn it into a chocolate orange cake. So it's Aid's dad's 80th tomorrow, and we've said that we'll do the food and that. And I wanted to make a really nice birthday cake, and we've got these lovely mixes that our friends Cliff and Glenn sent to us from the US. You may remember we got sent a beautiful box of goodies. So we wouldn't be able to eat a whole chocolate cake to ourselves, so we thought, what perfect timing to do it as a celebratory cake. So we're going to do this, and we're going to add some other bits and pieces to it. So I'm excited to try this mix. We have tried a couple of the Dolly mixes now, and they were amazing. So we're going to try this one now. Oh, and by the way, another one of the questions were about my cloches. Where did I get my cloches from? So the smaller of the two is from IKEA. They're £15, and that comes with the glass base and the lid. My other one, however, that particular stand was from a charity shop that I found, and it just so happened that ages later, years later, I actually found the cloche lid in HomeSense. It just happened to fit on there. But I've got a few other stands. I've got one over there. This one I love. This one was from a shop I found in Windsor once. That is my favourite, I think. And I've got this smaller one as well. I can't remember where that one was from. They are something though that I'm really drawn to. Whenever we're out and I see a cake stand, I think, oh, I really love that. But I know there's only so many cake stands that I would have, or that I need or could use, and they're pointless. They take up space in the cupboard, so I'd want something that's out. I do quite fancy a green one or a teal one, but I don't need one. So another question is, would I ever go on Bake Off? My friend Cheryl actually applied, and she got through, I think, like the first round or something. It's quite exciting, but no, I wouldn't. I am definitely not Bake Off material. Although I love to bake, I'm not that standard of baker at all. I would find it very stressful. I am very relaxed with my baking. It's too precise for me. I'm quite rustic. I'm a throw it all in person. If I can throw it all in one pan, I will. Yeah, so I really admire people with that standard of baking. It's definitely not my standard, that's for sure. But I'd love to know if any of you have ever considered it or applied. Does it interest you? And do you love baking as well? I've really got into the show. We never used to watch it. It was more, oh, I've got eggshell in here now. It was more Aid that wanted to watch it. And I was never that fussed. I think because it is so precise. But actually the last couple of seasons, and more so this last season, is the first one I've watched properly. And I really did enjoy it. And I am going to grate an orange zest into this to make it a little bit orangey, and I've left out half a cup of the water, and I'm going to do orange juice instead to turn it into a chocolate orange cake. I've managed to get a really big blister on my heel. We did a 6.5 mile walk the other day, and my walking shoes that have never ever blistered me suddenly blistered me the other day. My heel is so sore. And I didn't think I was going to be able to walk today. We did 3.5 miles today to go to Lidl. And I had to come back in the house when we first started walking because my heel was so sore. Even though I had a plaster and thicker socks on, and I put different trainers on, it was starting to really rub. You know, when every single step is painful, and I thought, I don't think I'm going to be able to do that amount of time. So I ran back in, I put some softer trainers on, and although I could feel it with each step, it wasn't painful. Wasn't something that kept sort of playing on my mind. But I've come back and I've gone through the plaster, and my sock, it's all weepy and nasty. And we're wanting to do a big 13-mile walk in a couple of days, so I need that to heal quickly. Actually, I've got some blister plasters. I will try those. But I know I've discussed shoes and that with you before when it comes to Florida, because I always struggle. But no matter what I seem to do, I get blisters, even on shoes that I've never had blisters before, that have always been really comfy. I just seem to be prone to them. There we go, we'll mix that up. Don't you think orange, fresh orange, is one of the best smells ever? I can never understand anyone that doesn't like that smell. A friend of ours doesn't like oranges, and he doesn't even like chocolate orange. It's just so good. And to make this a bit more fun, I am going to use one of my bundt tins, which I love doing cakes in this. And again, when it's just the two of us, this makes such a big cake that I don't want to do it because it's just gonna waste. We're not gonna manage to eat it all. So it was the perfect time to do that cake mix and use my bundt tin as well, because it's a lovely big cake. Oh, and I've been asked for the brownie recipe and the cookie recipe. I will leave the brownie recipe down below, the cake, the recipe, sorry, that I did. It was a Jamie Oliver one, and it's very good. And I was going to write the cookie recipe up and put it on a cute little card, and I completely forgot. I am so sorry. So I will get that done for you as well. I made another batch of them, the white chocolate chip and cranberry cookies. They really are, and actually I've still got a few left. I made them Christmas Eve, and some chocolate chip ones for when the kids were over. They are so good. Go, and according to the box, that should be in for about half an hour. I've also been asked a few times about the Always pan that we bought. So I thought I'd give you a little update because we've been using it for a few weeks now. We absolutely love it. It is so good. Completely lives up to the expectations. All the reviews that I read, all the videos I've watched, it really does. Everything comes out so clean. I made bubble and squeak in it the other day, and it was literally with my silicone spoon, I was able to take it out, not a trace left in the pan. It's so easy. I haven't put it in the oven yet. I haven't put it under the grill. I feel a bit nervous about that, but I also haven't needed to. But I would highly recommend that pan. And somebody asked if it's in our Amazon storefront. It isn't, because they're not sold on Amazon, only direct from the actual company. I wanted to share this little quote with you as well that Julie Poole has shared with me, and it was when I was talking about, it was during our date night charcuterie video, and It was when I said about, I'd once heard the advice about putting your husband first, not your kids, because you're with your husband a lot longer than you are your kids. And she shared a quote which I thought was quite cool. You can be too much of a mother and not enough of a wife, and that's what saves a marriage, basically. And I thought that's so true, especially as your kids get older, even younger sometimes, you can overly mother. I know that feeling because my mum can be a bit like that, more of a smotherer sometimes. I definitely see that in how she is with my brother still, who's 37. So I totally get that, actually. Yeah, that makes sense. Thank you for sharing that, Julie. Still need to take up all the Christmas gifts. We haven't decided when to take the tree down yet. When do you take yours down? I think we might on the 2nd, after we finish work. Or maybe even the 3rd. I think we said that we always like to have the last night with it. So I don't think we'll do that on the 1st, but maybe then we'll take it down on the 3rd. And I want to have the time though to take it down and properly clean everywhere and just give January a fresh start. But we were also asked about how do we keep our trees alive for so long. We've had this one up now since the 23rd of November. It is a real tree. It's probably the best tree we've ever had. Now, we used to always buy our trees from a local garden centre, and it was always like their selling point was, oh, they're shipped in from Norway, and we always used to think, oh, that's amazing. But like thinking about it now, they've obviously been chopped down in Norway, and then they've had to come over. From the green side of things, it's probably not as great, but they're obviously, goodness knows when they were chopped down, they've travelled, and then they've been sat in the garden centre. And we always used to think, right, we won't do it so close to the start of the season. We'll leave it a little bit because they'll last longer, when actually they've probably been chopped down and they're sat in a garden centre. Whereas the last couple of years, we've gone to a local farm and their trees actually are grown in Basingstoke, which funnily enough isn't far from where we've just moved from. But they don't have far to travel, and we've bought them at the start of the season. And again, with our old trees, I remember Aid sometimes having to water them 3 times a day. They were just guzzling up the water. This one's hardly taking any because I think they're probably so fresh that they're not needing that massive water intake. We bought it, it was the first day that the farm opened to sell them, and we put it in water straight away and it's been absolutely fine. So yeah, it's up on the 23rd and it's probably coming down on the 3rd of January. That's not bad for a real tree. We do have a radiator there, but it's not been on at all, and there's just one small radiator on the other side. But and the room is generally, I think it's 20 degrees in here at the moment, so it's not like we keep it cool. But yeah, we've done really, really well with it. While I'm here, actually, I'm going to touch on something. Somebody sent me a message and was quite upset with me the other day because how I was laughing about my mum's Christmas presents. So I thought I would touch on that. And I think sometimes, because I often get comments about how our family are and things like that, because I think people don't always get our sense of humour. And I forget as well that not everybody knows us or gets our sense of humour as well. So I talk to you as if I would one of my friends or my family members, and we just laugh about everything in our family. We don't take things seriously. And so the other day when I was laughing about my mum's presents, my mum is actually the worst person to receive gifts. She does not hide anything when she's not happy. She makes it so obvious that she doesn't like something. So for us in our family, it's just something we laugh about. My brother was the worst this year. He was so disappointed with my sister's gift, but it's just something that we all laugh about. And quite often if we get a gift that we don't overly like, we actually give it back to that person the following year. So we don't take things seriously in our family. So I forget then when I talk to you that other people might be quite shocked, but it wasn't actually a big deal. And some other things I was going to re-gift to my mum back next. She loves Winnie the Pooh, so why not? So I'm sorry if you thought it was a bit off, but like I said, I forget. But every family's different, aren't they? We joke around really badly in our family. I've had comments before when I've joked about, we were at the car boot sale and there was somebody who was selling a toilet, a camping toilet, and I joked about getting it for my sister because she always needs to go to the loo. She's got bladder disease. So it's something that we laugh about in our family all the time. So me joking about it on a video, somebody took offense. Whereas in our family, my sister goes to the toilet with the door open. She doesn't care. She pees everywhere. If we're out, she'll be the one we have to stop so she can go on the side of the road. But nothing is taken seriously. We don't take offense in our family, and I forget that sometimes when we crack jokes or we share things, that maybe I'm oversharing sometimes and not everybody gets our humor, and that's fine. But like I said, every family is different. Aid's family are quite abrupt with how they speak, and that's something I struggle with. And Aid can be like that as well. He can sound so off sometimes, and I still, 20 years on, struggle with that. But then he struggles sometimes with the openness in our family. So every family is different. So try not to judge people all the time, because just because somebody isn't the same as you, it's not that it's a bad thing. They're just different. So if you thought I was rude, I'm really, really sorry. I wasn't. It's just something that we laugh about in our family. Right, I'm now going to make the chicken and pineapple for tomorrow. This is something I am nervous about because Aid's dad is quite critical and I don't enjoy cooking for them. But the last time they came over, I made this and he absolutely loved it. I was quite taken back. I think it's the first time I've had a proper compliment about something that I've made. So Aid's mum suggested this. So I'm doing it, but I do feel really nervous. I feel nervous cooking it the day before to take over tomorrow. We did invite them all over, but they said it was a bit far to come. So I'm transferring it, but I do feel quite nervous about it. I just want it to be perfect tomorrow, and I'm worried if it's dried a little bit, or you know when you lose the sort of liquidy stuff. So yeah, I'm a bit nervous about it, I have to say. So I'm now gonna make the pineapple chicken noodles. By the way, the cake has turned out really well. I'm gonna leave that for a little bit before I take it out because I don't wanna break it. So I am doing 1 chicken pot and I'm doing a veggie as well. I've got some peppers, onions, marinating here in soy sauce, sugar, and I think that was it actually, soy sauce and sugar. And then I've got the chicken, garlic as well, that was it. I knew there was something else. Dinner is done. I'm hoping I've made enough sauce. I've made kind of like extra so that it should be okay to reheat tomorrow. And that's the little veggie one there. I'm going to attempt now to take this out. This always makes me nervous. Let's pop this down the side. So another question that I get asked a lot is about the travel business that we belong to. So it's been a year now. Well, we started last summer just with the idea of booking for ourselves. You can become a travel agent and just book for yourselves so that you get the commission back yourself. Plus also as a travel agent you are able to book offers that are only for travel agents, and sometimes places give you discounts as well. So like the villa that we stayed in Florida, I found on Verbo, and I contacted them, and quite often places will give you an offer or like take off the discount because you're a travel agent. And so I contacted the villa place, the company, and let's try the middle bit actually, and they gave us $2,000 off, and they gave us free pool heating, which was $360. So we did really, really well. So there's various bits and pieces, or like we get agent rates, like a discount code for certain hotel chains. So we've got one, we're staying at a hotel near Disney Springs in Orlando, and we got a really good rate using their discount code as well. So it's sort of lots of different ways. So we just started out for ourselves to start with. That's fine. I know, I'm gonna keep trying. I've never not been able to get a cake out of this tin before. But then a year ago, on January the 11th, we decided to turn it into a business. And we've been thoroughly enjoying it this year. I've decided that to focus more on helping other people start up their own travel businesses. So rather than do it from a travel agency point of view, I really enjoy the team building, the community side, helping people grow their teams and their business. So I like it more from being a business sort of like mentor point of view. So that's what I'm really enjoying. However, if ever you do want anything, let me know, because I will still look into it for you, obviously. So yeah, I'm really enjoying it. But if ever you think it's something that you think you would benefit from, if you book your own travel, for example, you may as well book it yourself and you get the commission, rather than going to a big company and booking all your bits and pieces through various companies and them keeping the commission, because at the end of the day, everything has commission built into it. So you may as well get that commission back yourself if you're doing it anyway. Or if you find that you're that type of person that you book or help everyone with their trips, you may as well book it for them and get the commission. Oh, I'm going to try this on a board, I think, and bash it. So if that's you, let me know. Maybe even just put like, I'll put my email address down below, or contact us via Instagram, and I'll send you some more details. Because it's definitely, we've saved now since, get this out, since starting, we've saved ourselves over £4 on our travel, and that's without the income, the extra income that we're making from doing it. Right, is this cake going to come out the tin? No, I'm determined to do it. As long as it doesn't come out broken, that's the main thing. It's just being a little bit stubborn. Yes, it's done it, and it's perfect. Yes. That's really, oh, you know what we need to do? Make a board for it. I just thought about that, to transfer it in the car. But also, if you're interested in starting up a business as well, I work full-time already, and I know most people that do it also work full-time. The great thing is you can just fit it in around your busy life already. If you work, if you're a mum, any of those things, it just fits in around your own sort of schedule. I just do a few little minutes here and there, and it's going really well. So if it's something that you're interested in, like I said, whether it be for yourself or as a business, just drop me a line, either email, Instagram, or just leave me a comment down below and I'll get back in touch. Just about to put We're the Millers on. Oh, and I meant to say as well, that with regards to like travel things and that, we are actually doing a couple of travel related things this year as well. The first one, we are having a weekend away in London again in January, so coming up very soon. We're going to another one of the travel events, but this time we've got, I think there's 6 from our team coming with us, so we're really excited. And we're going to go and do some training, and then we do the after party afterwards as well that we did last time, which was so fun. So we're really looking forward to meeting some people from our team, which will be really cool, because we're kind of like spread out all over the country. So we are a team of 40 now. So it'd be really nice to sort of meet up. Next thing I'm going to do is frost this cake. I'm going to use the frosting. I thought you could mix it and add cream in that, but that's what I do afterwards. So I'm just going to frost the cake for now and cover that, because then I want to add chocolate orange segments. So I was just chatting, I've been video calling with my parents before New Year, because it gets a bit busy later, doesn't it? And the phone lines can get a bit jammed. So I've just video called with both of them. So, Aid, I'll tell you as well actually. Dad had Chinese on Christmas Day. He said the place was absolutely rammed. He said it was so busy. He said that he'd never seen, and they've been going to this restaurant for years. They were just doing takeout, but he said it was completely full inside the Chinese restaurant, and the queue was out the door for people waiting to be seated. I don't think you'd get a Chinese restaurant open in our country on Christmas Day, would you? Apart from restaurants that purposely open, or hotels that purposely open to do Christmas dinner. Sorry, quick battery change. I don't think normal places stay open. You wouldn't see a McDonald's, would you? I don't know. Unless it's at the services, maybe. Then you might. Don't know. Would you be able to reach down the cake tins for me as well, please?
Yes, I'll just be back in a second.
Thank you very much. Cake decorating really isn't my forte. I don't have a lot of patience for things, which is another reason why I wouldn't be on Bake Off. So I'm just winging this a bit, to be honest. And I'm very grateful to Cliff and Glenn for making this a lot easier for me. Thank you very much. There we go. I did use this bundt tin once. I made a great big donut cake for Holly one year and covered it in pink icing and sprinkles. Right, I'm going to cover that up and finish the decorating tomorrow. By the way, if ever you're wondering about transferring a cake like this, I've got my big cake tin. The cake is on the lid. I need to budge it over just a little bit actually. And that goes over the top and that can go in the car. And I will take one of my cloches with me tomorrow. And I'm just going to say, this is so much nicer. Is it the Betty Crocker one that we get as well? This is so much nicer. I'm not a big fan of chocolate cake, if I'm totally honest. I am very fussy with chocolate cake. This, however, I've just licked off the spatula, is rather nice. I would not eat the Betty Crocker. I've used them before. Do you remember for Louis' birthday once? And I couldn't eat it. This actually is very nice, and I would definitely choose this over Betty Crocker. This is the second cake box now. This one.
Oh, the Dolly one.
Yeah, the Dolly one. This, and also I had a little bit of the mixture came out on the, got a few crumbs on the board here. It's really good. And we've actually, no, 2 other cake mixes we've done of hers now.
We did some muffins, didn't we?
Yeah, the blueberry muffins were the best blueberry muffins I've ever had. And the banana cake was really good. We've got a couple more boxes still to go. I really recommend these. If you're in the UK and you're in the States, I really recommend these.
That reminded me, it's quite fudgy.
But it doesn't
it's almost
have,
like got a chocolatey fudgy.
But when I had the Betty Crocker, it
sickly?
was, yeah, really sickly. But this is actually quite nice.
It was, when you gave it a little bit on the end of a spoon there,
yeah,
it tasted, to me, it was like a real soft fudge almost.
What is on the washing machine again? Sorry, it's really loud.
It's really nice.
Yeah, much nicer than good old Betty Crocker.
Big thumbs up.
I'm going to take these over to show your parents as well. I think they'll think it's really fun, don't you? I'm not taking the credit for the chocolate cake. I will show them where they've come from. I don't think they'll quite believe that Dolly Parton does cake. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
I think it'd be really fun. As well as putting the chocolate orange on the top, and I'll do some sprinkles or something, Aid's dad loves Maltesers, so we're going to fill the centre of the cake with Maltesers. I now need to find a way of transferring this. I made loads of liquid, but I've added extra noodles thinking there wasn't enough, and all the liquid has absorbed, and the liquid is part of the fun. So I think I'm going to spoon all these out. We've got a few different containers, and I'm going to make up some extra liquid. So the last of my questions to answer will be in my little craft room, because they're more crafty related questions. Someone asked about what do I do with playing cards. I'm guessing you must have watched my craft tidy up video. I did a big thing of cleaning up this space the other day. The video's going really well. If you like a good craft kind of like or tidy and organized video, I'll leave the link to that one below. I will be doing a lot more tidying, getting organized and things into the new year. I've got some really nice things planned for the new year and spring, which I'm really excited to share with you. I want to start going through the house and getting organized again. The pantry is an absolute mess. My kitchen cupboards, because we've been in the house a year now, they're all ready for a bit of like an empty and a clean and a reorganize. So I've got all those videos coming up for you. I think I'm going to do a video actually maybe on Sunday with a good catch up and just what I've got planned for this coming year. So with regards to playing cards, I love playing with playing cards, and I've got some really cute ones. So just in case you weren't familiar with what I do, I love to turn old books into journals. So this is one of my trip journals here, and it was an old Disney book, and I've got an example. A lot of the time I put playing cards onto greetings cards and then give them away. So I've made some really cool ones. I found some in our loft actually that had the letter of the alphabet on, like singular letters, and they were so cool. So I used those with people's initial on. And then I've got one here. I turn them into journaling cards as well. I'm just trying to find where there are some to show you. So this is one here, one of my pages, and I've made a little pocket in the side there, and then out pours the little playing card. It's actually like a little Disney card there, and I've popped a photo on there and journaled around the outside. But you could do anything with them. They're just really fun to like add on greetings cards or make little, like I said, journaling cards there. And then that just pops in the corner. I've also got artist trading cards here. If you aren't familiar with artist trading cards and you are a crafty person, you may really like them because they're a really fun little project. By the way, I do have a Patreon, which is for my crafty side of my business. I'll leave a link to that. It's like my little crafty club where we have monthly downloads. I do a Zoom twice a month where we all chat and craft together. We have online classes every month. I do extra videos. We do lots over there. Plus we have a little chatty group as well where we all craft and that together, and I do like weekly journaling prompts and that kind of thing. We recently did an artist trading card swap, which was really fun. And I thought I would show you what an artist trading card is in case you weren't sure. So the reason I've kind of like brought this in with the playing cards because a playing card is the perfect size. So none of these, actually a couple of these were made by me, but these are all swaps that I've done with friends. You're meant to swap them, but obviously you can keep them for yourself. And they are all a little size like this. And the idea is that you have a little mini piece of art one side, and then you have your personal details on the back, whether it be your blog, your website. Obviously these days, these were all from, this one was 2017. So it could be these days you've got your Instagram handle, but they're all like cute little cards, all about the size of a playing card. That one's from my friend Denise. Look at that. That is from Denise 2020. Isn't that beautiful? But I've kept all of these. I haven't joined in the last couple of years with our little swap. I've just been so busy. Look at that from Julie. Isn't that stunning? So yeah, they are just beautiful. That one's 2017. So yeah, they are artist trading cards. That one is from Laura. That one is 2017. So that just gives you a little idea. Or you can use tags. I've made a couple up here that are on gift tags there. So yeah, and there's another one as well. That is from Steph. So yeah, they are artist trading cards. So playing cards are the perfect size to make those. I will be doing more videos coming up in this room. There's still some stuff I want to do in here, and I think in the next few weeks I would like to make a big change in here, which I'm quite excited about, but that involves aid. So I'm going to need aid to help me. So I'm wanting to start working in here more. I've fallen in love with this little space now. It's been quite a big move coming from a really, really big 6-7 meter room into this little box. It's been a big adjustment for me, and although I've got my office space downstairs, I miss my little crafty space. I think I need to bring up my Mac, so I'm going to try and see if I can squeeze it in. So there's going to be some adjustments. I want to work on this area. I want some shelves, so we're going to be doing some stuff. And as I said, it is a constant work in progress to get it right. And I knew it wasn't going to be instant. I knew it was going to take time. And I know over this next year, there's still going to be lots of things that we do to the house to try and make it perfect for us. But it was never meant to be a rush job. We knew it was going to take time, and I was happy to be patient. So yeah, I think I would like to start working in this space a little bit. I'm just going to make a prawn cocktail for us for New Year's Eve. Prawn cocktail, if you haven't made it yourself, is so easy. It's ketchup, mayo, lemon juice and paprika, and mixed together with your prawns. It's so easy. Although prawn cocktail in the States is something very, very different, and I can't get on with that flavour at all. I think it's because I love this so much. Look at that colour, it's beautiful. It's got almost horseradish in it. It's quite spicy and quite an intense flavour. Not my favourite. I think when you're brought up with something completely different, Sometimes it's hard to get on board with something completely different. All set for tomorrow. We've got the veggie and then we've got 2 lots of noodles. I just hope they don't go squidgy. I have reheated it before and it's been fine when we've had leftovers, and I've just made up some extra sweet and sour sauce to go with it. There we go. We've got prawn cocktail with a bit of paprika on the top, and we bought some really nice sourdough in Lidl. We're all ready. I'm taking over all this for tomorrow as well, and all this is ready too. And Aiden's just made us porn star martinis. I have literally been in the kitchen all afternoon, over 5 hours now, just doing bits and pieces, baking and cooking, but we're going to settle down to our New Year's Eve. It is now 5 o'clock. I'm going to wait for Aid to come in and we will wish you a Happy New Year. You ready? Should we grab our drinks? I will actually show you the cake though tomorrow as well, before we head out in the morning.
1 second.
Aid's been dealing with all the washing today, catching up on everything from when the kids were here, washing all the bedding and that kind of thing, to get us straight so that we can do. We're going to take the deckies down, I think, on the 3rd, do you think? Friday? I think we'll do that and get sorted. Yeah. Right.
So,
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to all of you.
Happy New Year, everyone.
I know I said Happy New Year in my last video, which was the last video of the year, but this is the first video of the year, so we wish you all a Happy New Year. We hope you've enjoyed this chatty, lots of questions answered for you, and we hope you've had a really good start to the year, don't we?
Yep.
And we thank you for all the support that you gave us in
And everyone who watches.
2024.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Cheers
Happy
to you
New Year.
all. Take
Cheers.
care. These just get better and better. You've mastered these now.